Hello, my name is Leslie Black, and this is my creative project. I created a children's book titled Ryan Stands Up. Today, I'll walk you through the book, explain why I chose this format and connect it to the concepts we learned this semester. I chose a children's book because kids experience unfairness and inclusion every day, but they often don't understand it. This story allows me to teach advocacy, empowerment, inclusion, and social justice in a way that is simple and visual. Instead of explaining these concepts, I wanted to show them through characters children relate to them. My book focuses on four main concepts for our class: advocacy, empowerment, inclusion, and social justice. As I go through the pages, I'll point out how each one appears in the story. This is the beginning of the story. Ryan noticed her friend Ramon sits alone and sad. The other kids told him he was too slow to play and he feels sad and excluded. This moment introduces the problem of unfair treatment based on ability. Ryan decides to speak up. She tells the other kids that excluding Ramones is unfair. This is the first example of advocacy. She uses her voice to challenge an injustice. The children listen to Ryan. They realize their behavior was harmful and they decide to change the rules so everyone can participate. This shows inclusion and community change. Prince Ramon is welcome back. He feels confident and happy again. This is empowerment. The teacher talks to the class about advocacy and how it will help community grow. At the end of the book, the group plays together and the playground becomes a fair and supportive environment. This represents social justice, identifying harm, correcting it, and creating a more equal space. This story connects directly to what we learned this summer. Ryan demonstrates advocacy by speaking up for someone who didn't have equal access. This reflects what we learned in our textbook readings for diversity and social justice, where advocacy described as unfair treatment and promoting equity. The group shows social justice by changing their behavior and making the game fair for everyone. This also connects to our discussion about empowerment because Ramon gains confidence once he is included again. This entire situation reflects on recognizing harm and taking steps to repair it. Throughout this class, we learned that social workers work to promote dignity, inclusion, and social justice, and those ideas guide every part of my story. For this class, I mostly thought advocacy was something done by adults. This class helped me understand that advocacy also happens everyday interaction. Even small actions like standing up for someone who is excluded can create a big change. I also learned how dignity, fairness, and compassion is practiced through social work. I wanted those values to be clear in my story. This project helped me apply these concepts instead of just reading and learning about them. I used three outside sources while creating this project. First, the National Association of Social Work Code of Ethics explained that advocacy is one of the core responsibilities of social workers and that should promote social justice. Second, Smith and Pollock explained that positive relationships help children overcome adversity. Ryan's support helps Ramon gain confidence and feel included. Finally, Zimmerman explains that empowerment helps when people gain confidence and become active in their communities. Ramon demonstrates this after Ryan stands up for him. These sources help me make sure my story reflected real social work principles while still being understandable for children. Here are all my references I used for my project. Creating this children's book allowed me to apply advocacy, empowerment, inclusion, and social justice through creativity. My hope was that this story shows how even small acts of courage can make a big difference in inclusive communities. Thank you.